Hello all, and in today's video we shall see what are the different types of variables that we generally encounter while we solve any linear programming problem. The first among them is slack variable. So what are slack variables and what do they represent? Slack variables are those variables which represent the amount of resource that we desire or that we want but is not actually available to us. Let's say that we want maybe let's say 40 hours in a day. Okay, that's just our mere assumption, and there's a hypothetical scenario that we want 40 hours in a day, so that we can spend some time in earning money, we can spend some time in improving our skill anyhow we want, we can spend some time with our beloved ones, we can spend some time with our boyfriend or with our girlfriend, and then also we are left with enough time to spend on ourselves. So let's say that we want 40 hours in one day, but in reality we have only 24 hours in a day, only 24 hours in one day. So we desire 40, but we have only 24 hours in a day. So the difference between these two values, that our desire value or of resource and 24 is the actual value of the resource that is available to us. The difference between them, in this case it is 16 hours. This 16 hours, this is the value of slack variable here. That means this much amount of time we want, but it is not available to us. Here the variable is time, and its value in this case is 16. The slack variable, the value of the slack variable in this particular case is 16. So that's what the meaning of slack variable is. That is the amount of resource that we want but we do not possess. That's the example of slack variable. Now let me just set up this thing so that I get enough space, and then we shall see what does surplus variable mean. On the other hand, surplus variable represent those variables which deals with the amount of resource that is actually available to us, but we cannot utilize for one reason or the other. Let's take the same example of time of a particular day, and let's try to understand that what is surplus variable. See, in one day we have got 24 hours. Now see, it would have been very nice if this entire amount of 24 hours we could have spent in improving our skill and earning money, because that's the thing that we all want. We want to earn name, we want to earn fame, we want to earn money. Now if we could spend 24 hours in order to earn money, name, fame, power, then that would have been an incredible situation for us, isn't it? But in reality, out of the 24 hours, maximum on an average, let's say that we can be productive for maybe 14 hours somehow. That's a very optimistic assumption, but let's say that we are productive for 14 hours. What about the other 10 hours? For the remaining 10 hours, out of that remaining 10 hours, let's say that we need 6 hours of sleep, then we need almost or let's say that we spend almost 2 hours every day in eating, having meal or having something to eat in a day is absolutely necessary, because without that we cannot survive, right? So it is of paramount importance that we get enough sleep and enough food on our table. Then we need some time for our relaxation as well, so that we do not burn out our energy. So let's say that we need 2 hours for our relaxation, that during those 2 hours we can choose to spend time with our loved ones, with our boyfriend or with our girlfriend, or let's say that we want to just spend that time playing video games or something. So let's say that these 2 hours is reserved for our own recreation, and these things are absolutely essential. I cannot say that on any particular day you do not sleep, you do not take your food, you do not just relax your mind. So, in that case, any person would become more and more unproductive. So we can be at best be productive only for 14 hours. So this remaining 10 hours is actually available to us, but we cannot utilize that for our human requirement. We have to sleep, we have to take our food, we need some time for recreation. So this 10 hours time, though it is available to us, but still that we cannot utilize that. So this 10 hours, if we consider the time to be our variable here, that this time variable, the name of the variable is time here, this value 10, it would represent surplus variable. In this case, the name of the surplus variable is time and the value of the surplus variable is 10. That means amount of resource which is actually available to us, but for some reason we cannot utilize that, and that's what surplus variable mean. See you in my next video. Thank you.